They call you lucky. And luck didn't bring you here. But you feel that quiet tension, like they just skipped over everything it took to get here. You hear it, and you don't even react at first. Just a small nod, like it doesn't matter. Like it's easier to let it pass than to sit there and try to explain something that was never visible in the first place. But it lingers longer than it should, even while a part of you is pushing it back. Lucky? Sitting there like it belongs to you when it doesn't feel like it ever did. And then your mind starts moving on its own. You start thinking maybe they're just saying it to keep things simple. Maybe they don't actually care enough to look deeper. Or maybe it's worse than that. Maybe it's easier for them to call it luck than admit they saw you struggle and did nothing. And now they want to pretend it was always going to work out for you anyway. And you catch yourself thinking that. And it feels off, but you don't fully push it away either. Because when you look back, nothing about it lines up with luck. There were too many moments where things didn't go your way. Where nothing opened up. Where you were just standing there with no clear option forward. And you didn't feel chosen or favored or anything like that. You just felt stuck. And somehow still moving. Not because you believed it would work, but because stopping didn't feel like a real option. And that's the part no one sees. They don't see how many times you had to adjust when things fell apart. How you kept shifting, trying, figuring something out even when there wasn't a clear answer. And it wasn't clean or confident or impressive. It was messy and quiet. And half the time you weren't even sure if it was the right move. You just kept going because there was nothing else to do. But from the outside it looked smooth. Like it all just came together. Like you ended up here because something worked in your favor. And you start thinking, if this is what they call luck, then what do they call everything that didn't go right? All the times you had to carry things on your own. All the times you kept moving without knowing if it would even lead anywhere. Does that just not count? Or does it get erased because it didn't show? And you don't say any of this out loud. You just let him talk. Let him keep that version of it. Because explaining it feels pointless. Like trying to describe something that only made sense when you were inside of it. And even now, you don't fully have the words for it yourself. So you sit there, hearing it again. And it almost feels distant at this point. Like it belongs to someone else, not you. Because the truth doesn't sound like that. Luck didn't bring you here. At least that's not what it felt like when you were in it.